If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, we here at the Red Carpet Reign. Turnbuckle King here. We're here to talk about WWE NXT. NXT recent episode of Andre Chase faces Ridge Holland. And we have a continuation of Iron Survivor Challenge Qualifiers Continue as we prepare for Deadline. So tune in, guys. We are here. Tune in here, and also we're here live from Facebook and X. So we're gonna definitely talk about it. Also, guys, we definitely gotta talk about the bonus round, and we also gotta talk about, Stephanie Vaquer, and we also gonna talk about other current news. So let's get into it. And before we do go any further, guys, I got to have you guys do that task that I always have you guys do. You guys already know what I'm getting to, so let's get into that before we start. Let's do that.
Not real.
Trust me.
But that doesn't do anything, man.
All right, let's see who came in. Figure 4 salute to you. All right, let's talk about it, guys. Talk about it. Let's look over the NXT match card of the recent episode. Let's see what was advertised here. Ridge Holland versus Andre Chase. We have Tony Angelo versus Brooks Jensen. One of the qualifying matches was Stephanie versus Jaida. We had a mixed tag team match of Brinley Reese and Dion versus Adonis and Karen Petrovic. We had Fallon Henley. She made have a segment there. Another qualifying match is Zaria versus Wren Sinclair. And then another qualifying match for the men's is Nathan Frazer versus Eddy Thorpe. Well, let's get into it, guys. We'll look over the match card. Let's see what kicked off the show. We have Nathan Frazer versus Eddy Thorpe. That kicked off the show. This match here, Nathan Frazer, always phenomenal in the ring. He's one half of the NXT Tag Team Championship. He's one half of the champions of the championship that he shares with Axiom. And while these guys are good, I keep seeing that it's going to be a tease or a breakup between these two. Nathan Frazer did his thing. Eddy Thorpe did his thing to the best of his ability. Eddy Thorpe, he still needs some work to do on some of his matches. He's still kind of rough around the edges. But Nathan Thorpe did the best he could. Meanwhile, we had all these tag teams come up because they were, they're supposed to be, they want to be tag team champions. They want the tag team belts. So you had Gallus, you had those guys out of that team. OTM came out. Then we also saw other tag teams. So it was a whole bunch of tag teams coming out for this one. Now, this match here was not the best match, in my opinion. What the best match? But teach his own. Nathan Frazer won a match. He's going to qualify. He will go on to Deadline. He'll be in the Deadline match to see who would be the next number one contender for Trick Williams NXT Championship. But I know backstage later on the show, Axiom was not happy about Nathan Frazer qualifying for this match. Focus on tag team belts, not just being a singles competitor. Now, Ethan Page cut a promo. He would say he was going to be in the Iron Survivor Challenge match. He has a qualifying match next week. Axiom said, Nate, Ethan Page not going to win that. And then Nathan was like, how you know he's not going to win? He's a former NXT champion. He said, he's facing me. And Nathan looked shocked, like, whoa. He said, you don't care about tag team like that. Why? I shouldn't either. And then Nathan got happy for him, even though he seemed upset. And Nathan said, what happens if you do win you do go to deadline? He said, we will have to face each other and for number one contendership. But that was the end. That's what kicked off WWE NXT. So let's go on, move on to the next match of the show, which was another qualifying match. We had Stephanie Vaquer versus Jaida Parker. Now, this is crazy. This is crazy. Stephanie and Jaida did very exceptionally well. And basically, it was the battle of who had the best backside. Stephanie and Jaida got nice backsides. And I know one part of the match was Stephanie did a move. You saw Jada's cheeks everywhere. I know everyone was loving that. But other than that, though, we could tell that Jaida, as much as popular as she is, we knew that the nod was going to go to Stephanie Vaquer. And she did win the match. She got Jaida with her finisher. And Stephanie will go on to qualify for deadline for the NXT Women's Championship. Whoever wins that deadline match, she will be in the deadline match now. She's the second one to qualify after Soruka. So this was a good match, though. Very, very good match. Very good match of the show. So we gotta see what else is gonna happen. Gotta see what's gonna happen. So other than that, that's good. I can't wait to see this. You guys sleep. Deadline's gonna be good. I cannot wait. That's all I gotta say. I cannot wait. I just can't. Other than that, though, let's move forward with it, guys. Very good match, by the way. We had another match. This was for the NXT North American Championship. We had Tony D'Angelo, the NXT North American Champion. He went against Brooks Jensen. Brooks Jensen still got some work to do. Tony D always put on a great show. But other than that, when we saw this match going on, it looked like he may have gotten advantage, but we clearly see that this match was not meant for a Brooks Jensen versus Tony D'Angelo feud. This is setting up a future matchup between Tony D versus Shawn Spears. Because remember, he is getting a future title shot. He's going to get that. But Jensen did everything he could. I know after the matchup here, Shawn Spears had shook hands with the Don, but it was a distraction. And then Brooks Jensen hit Tony D'Angelo with a chop block. And then it showed the injury angle of Tony D'Angelo had to be held back by officials and everything. This here was not my favorite match, but it's like I said, it's setting up for Shawn Spears versus the Don of NXT. But I didn't like this match at all. This is clearly Brooks Jensen being coached up by Shawn Spears still. And Shawn Spears just came off that injury with his arm. He had a sling in it. So let's keep that in mind. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on next. Let's get on to the next match on the card. We had a mixed tag team match: Ashanti, Adonis, and Carmen versus Dion and Brinley Reese. This was, story-wise, this was actually it was nothing crazy to talk about. It was just a fun storyline. This wasn't even about a match, about a story. Clearly, Adonis and Carmen like each other. This was set up last week by Brinley and Dion. And then the kicker in the match, when Adonis, he asked Brinley Reese to give him a kiss on the cheek. She hit him. Carmen got from behind, rolled up 1, 2, 3, and Carmen jumped up on Adonis. Then backstage, her and Adonis seemed like they were talking. She said, text me. And then Nikita Lyons walked by and said, why you should text me Adonis. And again, Carmen got mad, but we'll see. We'll see what happens next. It's just a good storyline between Adonis and Carmen, some of the love storyline between them. So that's been going on for weeks now, probably about a month. But let's get on to the next part of the show. Another Iron Survivor qualifying match. This time is Zaria versus Wren Sinclair. Wren Sinclair she brings a lot of energy and a lot of fight into the show. Every match she does, a lot of drive she has in her. But we clearly see that this is set up for Zaria. She's the powerhouse of NXT. But it was just another squash type of match. And Wren Sinclair is actually underrated. I like what she can do in that ring. So, well, that was a good match. These women set up everything good. I just wish they don't make Zaria. And we see this a lot. Everything with these women, with the powerhouses, we see it. They always want to make it a quick squash match to help sell the other individual, make them look good, but at somebody else's expense. And Wren Sinclair, she's been doing good. She's been taking a lot of L's. Hopefully one day they give her future Women's North American Championship. Hopefully they give her other opportunities. But we're going to see. We definitely going to see what the next move going to be. But it was a good match, though. Zaria, she kind of flopped that F5. It was kind of all over. And then Charlie Dempsey during the match tried to distract Zaria, and she pointed a finger at him. But Zaria wins. She will qualify for the Iron Survivor Challenge for the women's. But let's get on to another part of the show. Fallon Henley, she came out with Fatal Influence talking about a open challenge. First, we saw a lot of people come out to answer this open challenge. I know at one point, it was just chaos from left to right. We saw Lash Legend come out. We saw Jakar Jackson and Lash. We saw Adriana Rizzo and Nikita come out. Then, while everybody was doing that distraction of all the chaos in front of the ring, Tatum Paxley got sneaked up behind Fallon Henley, hit her great finisher. Another one, Tatum Paxley, she's another underrated one. Her and Wren Sinclair I like in the ring. Both of those two women have grown on me, by the way. But they're trying to put more prestige on the NXT Women's North American title, which is good, And she laid out the champion. And Fallon Henley is going to be more likely the next challenger. Well, it's inevitable at this point. She's the next challenger for Fallon Henley's Women's North American title. But Fallon, she got to keep it going. I don't know how long they plan on her having this belt, but we're going to see what she can do with the championship. We'll see what else is going to go on. All right. That being said, we're going to head on to the main event. Now, I know we have Roxanne Perez on vacation. No Cora Jade. There other stuff going on. But let's get to the number one contendership match. Now, this is the big match everybody talked about. This was started from last week. This was Andre Chase versus Ridge Holland for the NXT Championship. Number one contender slot. Andre Chase felt like he should get another shot at Ridge Holland. And Ridge Holland, said if I beat you, Andre Chase, Chase you was no more. And he actually cut an interview saying that the whole landscape is going to change because he's going to end it. As also he stated last week. However, this was a great match. Man, Andre Chase brought a lot of fire. One of his best matches, actually, of his one of the most better matches of Andre Chase. He put it all on the line. He tried powerbomb. He tried everything. He tried everything he could. Everything. He had a couple near falls. So we'll see what happens, but he got a couple near falls. I know Ridge Holland was trying to go crazy. He went outside the ring, tried to pull the concrete. He tried to powerbomb Andre Chase. He countered that. It was plenty of times Andre Chase tried to powerbomb Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland just countered it. However, the turning point of the match to when Ridge Holland grabbed a steel chair. He grabbed a steel chair and he went inside the ring and ref blocked it. And then while ref wasn't looking, he low blow Andre Chase. And he did low blow him. No, he got some near falls on Andre Chase. Ridge got a near fall on him. But another part of the match is when Chase U came out to help him. Duke Hudson first came out to help him. He got put through the NXT sign outside the ring. Then Riley Osborne came out. He came out and tapped him over the top of the ring. And now he took Ridge Holland. Now he took out Thea Hale, who's standing there. He also took her out. And all Chase U's is watching backstage. But like I said, Chase, he got a win off the Chase U stomps and a sit out side slam. And then of course sit out power bomb. But despite all the help, despite everything, Ridge Holland was just too much for Andre Chase. He hit him with his finish. He got a nice finisher. I like Ridge Holland's finisher. I forgot the name of his finisher. I don't know what it's called, but he got with the finisher. And Ridge Holland defeated Andre Chase. He's the number one contender for the NXT Championship. And there's no more Chase U. This is the end of Chase U. And it was a heartbreaking moment for a lot of fans. A lot of people were sad about it. But he did hit his finisher. I got to give it. So that was crazy how that match went down. But I'm not surprised that Ridge Holland won because he was next in line to challenge Trick for his title. We gotta remember in that tag team match for the NXT episode for that went head to head with AEW Dynamite, the last one they did. Ridge Holland got the pinfall over Trick Williams. So he figured if he could pin him in a tag, he could pin him in a one-on-one match and he could beat him for his title. But not surprised to see that. I'm really not surprised to see that. It's not a shocker to me. So, but it was definitely good how they got that going. But I was not surprised that's how that match went down. I knew they was going to get to where he could get the advantage over it. I knew that was going to go down like that. Ridge Holland winning was not a big shocker. Not a big shocker at all. I didn't see how that would be a shocker. But the thing about that is, what's next for Andre Chase? What's next for the now former Chase U members? What's the next call going to be on this? That's what you got to ask yourself. Well, other than that, I get this match here. I gotta give his props. Very good match, though. Very good match. Now, and that's it for before we do go into the review. Again, I give this also match of the night. This is the match of the night for NXT. Very good, captivating storyline of Chase U. Very good, captivating story of Ridge Holland advancing to challenge for the NXT title. And it ends an era. Chase U was 2021 to 2024. 3 years NXT had Chase U on the board. Started with just Andre Chase and Thea Hale. Then we saw Duke Hudson later on. Then Riley Osborne. Then at some point we had JC Jane. We had her. And then we also had Ridge Holland. So I said, crazy story. But I don't think they're gonna. I think even though it's heartbreaking, they're gonna get a chance to give. When you think Chase U's done, they're gonna give a chance to redeem this school. I think what's gonna happen, they're gonna try to bring it back. I think the students they want to deal with Andre Chase no more because think about it, he did the gambling thing, he gambled school money, and Chase Chang got him out of that. Then now they sacrificed everything in this match, particularly, and he couldn't win that. And then they was there for him when he was taken up by Ridge Holland after losing NXT Tag Team titles. I think they're gonna be done with Andre Chase and may even turn their backs on him. But other than that, though, this whole match, the story, it definitely deserves a yeet.
Yeet.
So I definitely see something going on with that. Definitely good. But other than that, though, guys, let's get to the review of NXT, shall we? Now, we talked about a lot here. We had all these matches. We had, 2 women Iron Survivor qualifying matches. We had 1 men's qualifying match. We had a title match, North American title. We had a mixed tag team match. And we had a number 1 contendership in the main event to close out the show. So I give NXT a 4 out of 5. Good, solid show. Very good storylines. Some matches were not that great. It was a lot of great storylines. There's so many stories going on. You got the Carmen Petrovic and Shanti Adonis. You got the Tony D, him and Shawn Spears. And of course, Chase U ended with Ridge Holland, Andre Chase. You know, then you have the Nathan Frazer Axiom. You have that story going on. A lot of stories going on. So definitely, it's definitely solid. And also, guys, if you want to take a look at the community tab, that's what people been saying about NXT. We got 70% of people gave it an A, 21% gave it a B, 2% gave it a C, and 7% gave it D or F. So some people had their reservations, but some people really raved about NXT this recent episode. They really said how they definitely like it. So that's interesting to see. So this was definitely an interesting one. People are having their feelings towards NXT, and people are really into the audience. I know here you guys. Before I remember when I asked the audience, "Did you guys want me to cover NXT every week?" And majority of you say yes. I remember that, and I done everything I could to make sure I delivered on that every single week. I make sure I do that every single week. And also here, guys, not only you can vote on the poll of NXT. If you want to comment, you could do that too. Let's see what people said about NXT. One person here, let's see what he said. His name is Cluster Chuck 7346. He said NXT was good. I did like it, but I'm sorry the breakup of Chase U was too heartbreaking, so that knocks it down to a B- for me. Okay, I see where you going. I see where you coming from, Cluster Chuck. But yeah, people, you can also comment on what you thought of NXT. So with that being said, guys, let's get to what went wrong with NXT. What went wrong with the show? Now, I'll normally go over what I see what was the issue with the main show. Whether good or wrong, good rating or bad rating, doesn't matter. But let's talk about it. One thing I would say, I said this earlier, some matches this episode, it didn't need to be on TV. And I'll give one example. This is one example right here. I didn't like this match was trash. I didn't like the whole Tony D, the Dom putting his title on the line against Brooks Jensen. Brooks Jensen, he didn't really perform well in this whole matchup. Thought he could have done a lot better. That's my opinion on that. But other than that, he did everything he could, but it just was not a great match. This match should have been safe. It didn't even have to be. It could have been a squash match, if anything. So I did not like this match at all. Matches like this, and not just this match that was bad. I wasn't big on the whole Nathan Frazer versus what's his name, Eddy Thorpe. Eddy Thorpe matches don't be good. Now Nathan Frazer is a great competitor, but not so much of Eddy Thorpe. So I didn't like this match either. It was not my favorite match. Hey Tyler, yeah. So I wasn't a big fan of this match or this one. These were not my favorite matches. So with that being said, guys, you know what happens if I don't like a certain type of match. You guys already know what happens.
You just made the list!
So was not a fan of that at all. But to each his own. But we'll go over what else went wrong with NXT. So what else I did not like about this? Chase U ended, but not on a high note. And we're talking about the main event here. I get that Chase U had to end at some point, but why did it have to end on a stipulation? Why did it have to end there? I was not feeling that at all. Was not happy about that at all. I didn't understand that. I really didn't. So I don't know. I don't get that at all. I was not really fond of that. I didn't think they could. I didn't think it was. Like I said, I got a feeling they're going to bring this. They're going to bring Chase U back. Like I said, Chase U was this was a good match, but I don't like how it ended like this. Like you had the whole crowd with Chase U t-shirts. Everybody felt bad and stuff. And I think Chase U, if it ended, should have ended where they just end the whole. Since it's a school, it could have ended with they graduate or whatever. Something where they have a good story where they just leave on their own terms, not based off a stipulation. And it's once again Andre Chase putting up a gamble. We seen when he puts up a gamble, he craps out. And you know what happens when it goes down like that.
You just made the list!
Yeah. That's what I think about that. That's another issue I've had. Another thing. Roxanne Perez. Is she ever going to defend the NXT Women's Championship at a deadline? Will she have a competitor when it comes down to deadline? Will that be the case here? Because I'm not sure about this, guys. Roxanne Perez has not defended the NXT Women's Championship since October 1st? She has not defended this title in a minute. I would like to see Roxanne Perez defend her title soon. I know she's had the belt for 6 months. I know she's a great fighting champion, but if she don't have an NXT Championship match for the Women's Championship at deadline, that's gonna let she don't ever want to defend her belt. I don't like that. So I really hope that they set it up where someone, it's a competitor that could challenge Roxanne for her title. I really hope that's what it come down to. It don't seem like that's what it's going to be, but I'm not sure, though. I'm really not sure on this one, guys. I don't know how that's going to go, but I don't know. I just don't get it because Roxanne needs to defend this belt more, and I'm not fond of her, like, never, ever defend the belt. I'm not big on that at all, not one bit. So I really hope that's the case here. Really hope she really defends her belt like she should. But that's how I feel about that particular thing. She said the match is okay. Hot task. I think Shawn Michaels is better booking Triple H. I kind of agree with you on that, Tyler. I agree. Triple H booking is a rinse and repeat. And I talked about that on the Raw review yesterday. And I'm just going to talk more about that this week. Chase U's over. Yes. Kaiwan. Yep. Triple H needs to step up. He does. Yeah. He does a rinse and repeat. And here's a FYI. As Paul Heyman said, it's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. I'm going to say this here right now. Now, you guys can quote me on this if you want to. You can quote me on it. I'm gonna give it to you now. This is the one I'm gonna give.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
NXT is great, but Deadline's going to be amazing. I would say Deadline's going to be better than Survivor Series. I think this Survivor Series is not going to be about matches. It's going to be about story. Those matches are Survivor Series. It's not going to be good. I think Survivor Series is going to be a bust. I don't think it's going to be all that great this year. The way that the book is set up, the way that the teams are set up, I don't think Survivor Series is going to be all that good. So don't be surprised if you have your face down, not feeling too happy about how Survivor Series ends. I'm just going to say it right now. And once you hear that, you heard it here first. I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be all that great. I don't think it's going to be all that great, guys. I think Survivor Series is going to be an overrated event. I think the War Games match for men and women is going to be overrated. It's going to be about story. Yes, story will be good. You'll get some appearances. You'll get a return like last year with CM Punk and Randy Orton. You may get a shocking betrayal or something. They better have something big go down and did last year's Survivor Series. That's the only way that show's going to be saved. If there's no special appearance or nobody coming out that we wouldn't expect or something we haven't seen in a long time, I don't think Survivor Series is going to be all that good. But that's my opinion on that, though. That's how I feel about that. So, other than that, though, that's all I have regarding what went wrong with NXT. Let's go over current news, shall we? Let's go over that right now. Current news. Is Toni Storm retiring? Says here, Toni Storm says she's leaving pro wrestling in a new interview with SB Nation. She said, and I quote, "I felt at everything. I lost in AEW, I lost in Japan, I lost in Mexico. This is the last you'll ever hear from me again. Enjoy Mariah May as your champion. You can all enjoy that. AEW is just fine without me. Everything's going well for AEW. They don't need Toni Storm." Now, let's be real. Toni Storm is not retiring. Again, she's not retiring. You mean tell me timeless Toni Storm, the 3-time AEW Women's Champion, is going to retire at what, 29? Toni Storm is one of the best on the NXT Women's division. Probably one of the best on that roster. I mean, this woman, she did a thing in AEW. And I even liked her when she was a part of the NXT UK. But this woman's done a lot, so I don't see this. This woman's done a lot in her career. She's done a lot in the AEW since she debuted. I really don't see her retiring, especially this so soon. This is obviously a storyline that's going to be set up by Toni Storm. She's gonna have it's a storyline going to set up. And this is basically a setup for her comeback, guys. She's going to be coming back. I don't think Toni's done. I don't think she's wrote off. I really don't think that's going to happen. If she's going to make that kind of announcement, she would have made that announcement in the AEW arena, not on an interview with SB Nation. I don't really see that happening at all. I'd be very, very surprised if that's what it's going to be. I just don't see that happening. I don't. But Toni Storm's not going to retire. I mean, her career is, like I said, she's done very well for herself since she's joined AEW back, 2021, 2022? Whatever time she arrived there. I know she's been for the past few years. She's not going nowhere. I mean, come on. She's been, timeless Toni Storm's going to retire now. This woman has won the championship time and time again. I think she's tied with Hikaru Shida for holding the championship 3 times. She won it in a regular Toni Storm. They later on for timeless Toni Storm. Very, very entertaining character. And now she's going to retire. That's what she's doing. Come on, she's not going to do that. No way. And if she really does retire, if that's true, this is how I feel towards her.
And know ye.
Toni Storm's not going to leave. She's not going to retire, guys. I think she's still going to be around, and it's going to be more to her story, guys. So I highly, highly doubt that she's going to be gone. You know, but what do you guys think of the Toni Storm story? Do you think she's done, or is just storyline? You guys let me know what you think of this whole thing. But yeah, Toni Storm, that was an interview that's been going around a lot of her retiring and everything. It's been trending all over social media today. I know there'll be more on this interview, but it's definitely going to be a new chapter or a storyline twist. Like I said, she's known for her dynamic presence in AEW. She announced retirement from wrestling following a series of losses, including her AEW Women's World Championship to Mariah May at All In 2024. Despite the announcement, there's buzz among fans. Analysts suggest that this could be a strategic move to evolve her character, potentially transitioning from timeless Toni Storm to a fresh persona. This speculation, while not confirmed, aligns with wrestling's tradition of kayfabe, where retirements often lead to a dramatic comeback, like I just said not too long ago. Dramatic comeback is it does lead to that, or character reinventions. Meanwhile, AEW's Tony Khan has expressed ambitions to expand the promotion's reach into Mexico, hinting at possible collaborations with local wrestling promotions like CMLL, aiming to broaden AEW international footprint in 2025. So she's not leaving. She can say fine without her. She's not going nowhere. And then she also said, I'm not used to being a loser. I failed at everything. So she's not going to leave, guys. It's just an angle. And it's to help promote the CMLL Mexico. That's all that's about. But that's all I have for the current news, guys. Let's prepare for the bonus round. And we're going to talk about Stephanie Vaquer. Give me a couple minutes. We'll get that ready. All right. We hit the bonus round, guys. And we here to talk about a profile on Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer, she has been making a wave since she debuted in NXT. She's done her thing. Now let's go over a little bit about her. Stephanie Vaquer, as you guys know, she's on the NXT brand. She just recently qualified for the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, which she defeated Jaida Parker on a recent episode of NXT. And she also went by the ring name Dark Angel. She's built from San Fernando, Chile. She's been trained by Ricky Marvin, Ultimo Guerrero, Grand Apache, Vilvano 4, Paul Salerni. She debuted in February 2009. So she's been wrestling now for, I want to say a good 15 years. Other than that, though, Stephanie debuted, like I said, since 2009. She's best known for her time with Mexican wrestling promotion Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre CMLL. She's a former CMLL champion. She's a CMLL Women's World Champion and CMLL World Women's Tag Team Champion. She's the first luchadora in CMLL history to have held both titles simultaneously, and did so till her departure from CMLL in July 2024. She's also wrestled in AEW All Elite and also British promotion Revolution Pro Wrestling due to the two organization partnerships with CMLL. So she was in AEW at some point in her career. She's also known for her stints in major Japanese promotions such as World Wonder Ring Stardom, Ice Ribbon, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and she's also a former, as you see here, she's a former Strong Women's Championship that she's holding on her waist there. And that's how she met Julia. That's how they start their rivalry and their chemistry and everything. So I know she began training in child for a career and wrestled under Paul Slandering. She debuted in 2009, but the earliest documented matches was in August 2010 at small events in Chile, where she went by the ring name, like I said earlier, Dark Angel. Now, in Mexico, she made a debut in December 22nd, 2013, made her debut in a match against Harina in the Arena Coliseo Cogalacho. I said that right. In Mexico, she was later trained under the men I mentioned earlier. As she did international promotions in 2018, she made her debut in Japan for the women's promotion World Wonder Ring Stardom, wrestling 5 matches over 3 weeks from July to August, including a title match. The same year, she was part of a tryout for American promotion WWE. This is back in 2018, in case you guys didn't know that, which was held in her home country of Chile. Then she began wrestling in CMLL August 2019, becoming CMLL's first female South American wrestler. She was initially a seasonal guest for CMLL as she altered her time in Mexico for wrestling matches in Chile and Japan. She would later join the promotion full time. Then in 2023, she defeated Marcella and Princesa Sujit, and she became the first, her and the women Occidente Women's Tag Team Champions. That was her first time seeing CMLL. I know at September 16th, the CMLL 90th anniversary show, Vaquer and Zucas defeated La Chichas, again become the first CMLL World Tag Team Champions. She had 2 tag team champions. Now, July revealed that's when she left CMLL. She held both the world title and the women's tag team title, but they was vacant. Then she went to go do New Japan Pro Wrestling World Stardom, and announced that she will represent CMLL back in April 2023 in the 4-woman single elimination tournament at Resurgence to crown the inaugural Strong Women's Champion. In that Resurgence, she lost to Mercedes Moné during the semifinals of the tournament. And it said here November 10th that she challenged Mayu U120 for the IWGP Women's Championship. Was unsuccessful. Then she wrestled on night 2 the Cinderella tournament that was hosted by World Wonder Ring Stardom, the sister promotion of New Japan Pro Wrestling. She defeated Julia to capture the Strong Women's World Championship, becoming a triple champion between CMLL and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Then at Wendy C. Riot on April 12th, she successfully defended her Strong Women's Championship against AZM. Then on May 11th at Resurgence, she successfully defended the Strong Women's Championship against Alex Wendor. Then at June 30th, at Forbidden Door, she lost the Strong Women's Championship to Mercedes Moné by submission, which the title she holds now. Mercedes Moné, the current champion, ended her reign at 112 days. So, oh man, then she did Revolution Pro Wrestling in early this year. She debuted for Revolution, Rev Pro, and Fantastica Mania UK one show, defeating Kanji. Then on the second UK show, successfully defended her Strong Women's Championship against Rio. She was scheduled to wrestle Danny Luna for the Undisputed British Women's Championship during the August Rev Pro event, but the match was canceled after Vaquer signed with WWE. So she had a lot going on. Salute to Stephanie. And then we know she did make an appearance at AEW. May 29, 2024, episode of Dynamite. She made her AEW debut, confronted AEW TBS champion Mercedes Moné. She made her AEW in-ring debut at the June 29th episode Collision, defeating Lady Frost, who's known for Ring of Honor. At June 30th, that's when she lost the title to, well, she failed to win the TBS championship from Moné in a winner take all, and that's where she lost the Strong Women's Championship. So yeah, she did a lot in her career. She's been wrestling, like I said, for 15 years. And Stephanie's only 31 years old, born March 29, 1993. So now she's here in NXT. We got to give her props, though. I like Stephanie. Stephanie's good. You can tell she's a veteran and she's very technical in the ring. But I like what she does in the ring. Very, very good in the ring. Only time will tell what she's going to do later on in NXT. Only time is going to tell what she's going to do later when she captures the championship, like the Women's North American Championship and even the Women's NXT Championship. But I do see her capturing, if not at least one title, both titles in the near future. She's destined to win those titles. But we got to see how WWE NXT, Shawn Michaels, and the rest team is going to book that out. But I like the work that Stephanie puts in. She definitely is a great talent. She definitely knows how to do her thing. I got to give her props. And like I said, thing about Stephanie as well, she, like I said, she's making a name in NXT that she's been doing, because we know that she's been getting a lot of airtime on NXT, as well as Julia. Like I said, she has a great bond with Julia, and as you can see, Stephanie Vaquer, she definitely has a bond with Julia. She has a brand new t-shirt she just brought out. That's her having a shirt with Julia. And Julia has a shirt. And she's wearing Julia's shirt. It says Julia name on it. But she said, definitely good bond with Stephanie. I mean, good bond with Julia. Stephanie has with her. And I believe that's Julia's shirt, unless they have a shirt together. But this is merchandise that they got out right now, just debuted. But we're going to see what else they could do. Julia's another great talent. I talked about Julia before on this channel, but Stephanie I haven't talked about enough. Julia, I talked about her history, and you can check it out on Pink Square Circle. But I can't wait to see what these women are going to do. But Stephanie, particularly, I can't wait what's going to happen with her. She will be in the Deadline Iron Survivor Challenge match. She will be, possibly could be the #1 contender. I know she has some competition there, very tough competition. You have Soruka in there. You have Zaria in there and herself, and it'll be 2 other more slots full. I'm pretty sure Julia will be in one of those slots to fill it. She's going against Kalani Jordan next week, and whoever gets the last spot. So definitely, it's going to be a tough competition. It's competition getting thick, as they say, very thick. But other than that, though, guys, this is a profile of Stephanie Vaquer. She's held many championships in her career. Look at that, she's held 3 championship world CMLL titles, tag team title, strong New Japan titles. She's been in literally 4 or 5 promotions before WWE, and it was even appeared in AEW. If you guys remember that, she was in AEW, so she's literally been everywhere, all around. She's been AEW, and I know that's true because she's, like I said, she has made an appearance. She had 1 match on Collision, and we know too that she been at Forbidden Door, which is due to the partnership with, which we know is with AEW. That's how she got into AEW, and it was a lot. But like I said, she's been around in the wrestling industry. She's have a lot of experience, a lot of everything. So we're gonna definitely check it out. And remember, she had a trial back in 2018. She had a trial before, so she was destined to be in WWE in a matter of time. Definitely a matter of time. I'm glad she's here now. I'm glad she's shining like a diamond right now. Like I said, the future looks very bright for her right now, I would say. Like I said, she has some experience in other promotions. She's done a lot in other promotions. Like I said, if you guys do not remember, I can remind you right now. She has been made appearance. She's done her thing. I didn't know who she was, but I do remember when she fought Mercedes Moné for that title. And like I said, she also was on AEW Collision. So she definitely has experience there. And that's when she fought Lady Frost, and that's how she lost the title to the current champion, Mercedes Moné. And title for title, Forbidden Door. This was just in June, a little under almost 6 months ago. Definitely, guys, she definitely does her thing. Other than that, though, guys, at this point, that's all I have regarding Stephanie Vaquer. We're talking about the Stephanie Vaquer profile, talking about the career, we're talking about history of Stephanie, and we're gonna see what she's gonna do at Deadline. I appreciate you guys coming out. Soon to be popping, guys. Click the links below. Check out other stuff to the channel. You guys already know what it is at this point. It is OUT.
Like I say this a lot. We're not a sport. We're a movie about a sport, or a TV show about a sport, right? So the interest of all the other.
I feel like the heel turn did wonders for me. There was a sense of reality in that, to where I had hit a point, and the babyface stuff was going great. The Alpha Academy stuff was going great. We had a blast with that. But I'm a realist, and I'm also like a long-term thinker.